gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Final Fantasy Randomizer community proudly brings to you the unparalleled, unbelievable, undisputed commentary tag team champions of the world! The pride of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, Wildham0, the Emerald City Saint, and together they are the Illuminati!
You heard it! It is true! The Illuminati has returned! Sitting to my right, it is the immortal Will Bloodworth!
Hi, buddy. Next to me is the legendary voice, Will Cleosis.
Also joining us, Groggy Dog. We are live right here. It is SpeedGaming 2. Welcome fans of SpeedGaming and welcome fans of Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's the 2021 Spring Tournament. We're going to get going here in just a second. We're going to go through the players. We're going to go through the bonuses and everything that we've got going on right here. This is the Medusa Pod. Left side of your screen, shoombabi. In his first ever 1v1 match on TV. Taking on wildham of the development team, played in last year's spring tournament. We are under 10 seconds to the return of the Illuminati Will. Thank you for the message this morning, and we had to make this happen.
We did indeed. It has been too long, and now we are ready to call a race together once again.
Both players hit Canary during the white magic shop. That's Cure 3 in the first slot. That's all I saw there. Warp and Brack.
I'm loving this.
Elemental AoE spells. No full area of effect that I see quite yet.
No. But Brack will take out Garland for us pretty easily.
Left side of the screen and the right side of the screen, both players. This was an open party, nothing forced, nothing drafted. I see two red mages on each side of the screen. That's because a bonus has rolled for the red mage character of a sage class. Will, tell the fans what that means.
That means whatever you want to cast, you can cast it. So at this point here, they're getting the permissions of the white and black mages, and once they promote, they'll be able to cast literally any spell in the game that's available in a magic shop.
Both players looking to take advantage of that. The item shop in Canary was quite full of saving items and other things. No sign of a vendor item at this point, but there's Toxic.
Imps have been listening to too much Britney Spears.
Toxic, a full area of effect, devastating spell early. That's instant death elemental. It's going to knock all those warriors down. But both players have made their way to Temple of Fiends. 2,300 gold in the first chest. Both players going for it.
Very nice start. What do we got up here? A house and soft, a little bit of real estate. And we're going to go ahead and take on Garland, presumably. And that Brack should make quick work of him.
We can see a very long run here. shoombabi exits, uses that warp. Wildham walked it. Brack broken into pieces from Wildham. Garland threatened to knock Wildham down. Wildham said, Brack from shoombabi broken into pieces. Neck and neck.
Garland is Dunyan Rings. Let's move on. Canal from the king. The princess has the rod. We won't ask where she found it. And when
me and Will talked this morning about this match, we didn't know a lot about both these players at this point in time. We went and did some research. We talked with some other friends. We interviewed both players. And me and Will talked before the match. We think this is going to be very competitive, and that's what we're seeing already. It should be an exciting bout right here live on SpeedGaming.
I can speak to Wildham being one of the key developers of this game in the late stages. Pretty much anything you want, he can make it happen. He's a magician. And that being the case, the man knows the game inside and out, which makes him an amazing competitor. And you can speak to shoombabi, I'm sure.
Yes, we're going to get to shoombabi in just a little bit. We wanted to go through the slight difference in classes that these two players have. On the left side of your screen, shoombabi is a fighter-based party right here. The bonus for the fighter in this seed is plus 20 strength. So
Mhm.
we'll hammer out a little bit more. And speaking of hammering, the creeps. The creeps destroying Wildham. Wildham takes a bow and resets.
We've
Meanwhile,
gone from Britney
shoombabi.
Spears to TLC. So I creep. And we're going
shoombabi
right across.
gets some money out of Matoya. Wildham has to reset shoombabi with 2 steps of a lead at this point. Broken into pieces again, Wildham using that Brack spell. shoombabi makes his way to Provoka, has figured out that encounter table. Well, that's going to be something about shoombabi that we talk about in a little bit. Level 2 white magic will.
Harm 4, I pick it up.
Yep.
After looking at the black magic, I want to see what that is first, of course. And Ice 2 and Temper, not bad at this stage of the game. I might still pick up Harm 4, then go check out the Marsh Cave, because that's pretty good. Pretty good magic for this stage of the game. You can kill just about anything in the Marsh Cave with Harm 4, and whatever you can't, Ice 2 should take care of the rest.
As far as full area of effect, which takes on all enemies and to do damage into them, not really a lot so far. It is Harm 4 and Ice 2 really the only options.
No. Nothing, no major sweeper yet, but those are still good for this stage of the game.
The Black Mage, of course, has been selected by both players. The Black Mage bonus plus 20 M defense.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful start. Late game, that may make a bit of a difference so they don't get wiped out by one AoE spell. But right now, we're more concerned about getting levels on those fighters in those stages.
Ice 2 from Wildham into the Pirates, as shoombabi's already taken them out. That's a tail.
Getting a little tail on the high seas.
The rod already in hand for both players. A free canoe in the design here. 2021 Spring Tournament.
Yeah. Thank you, Caleb.
Needed.
It's a fantastic idea that was brought up in the development of this flag set. Early canoe, we are seeing how that dynamic plays out throughout the pod rounds, and it has been a lot of fun just to watch this.
I gotta agree. I was skeptical when I first looked at it and I started playing it, and I figured it out. So I must admit, shoombabi is now out of Provoka. Gets ambushed by some Grimps. Does he reset?
You know what?
No, he does not.
I noticed these this chain +2 here, cloth +3. That's a really good start. That's for this stage of the game. They're getting some stuff that's going to keep them pretty durable and make them a force against some of these lower level enemies. So Wildham is, well, actually both of them are making their way down, presumably to Crescent Lake.
shoombabi did not reset on that Grimp fight. Got ambushed. Got ambushed again. Wildham passes him, and Wildham's going to the volcano?
Look at this.
Can he even make it there?
I don't see why not. He's got enough save items, I believe, and warp and Brack.
He has to.
Yeah.
Couple of Bracks. Broken into pieces hits one. shoombabi's catching up to Wildham. This is a bold move.
I like it. I'm surprised Brack's not landing. There we go. Getting the early levels on those stages is crucial because they want the spell charges. They're not getting the spell charges as fast as the white or black mages, the pure mages would get, but they are going to be able to cast just about anything they want.
Wildham enters the Gurgu Volcano. I think he's got 2 Light Warriors. Route divergence at the 6.5 minute mark. shoombabi's headed towards Crescent Lake. He has to use the house. That feels bad. There's a trap tile check. Forced encounter from Wildham. He's going to perish here.
Yes,
Stun touch. Wildham resets. He going back in. shoombabi's made it to Crescent Lake. No sign of a vendor item quite yet either. However, heals and houses are for sale. How about the armor shop? No.
He doesn't care.
Not
yet. Alright. Saber unlocked 2 at Black Magic.
Wildham perishes again in the about to perish in the...
Yeah. I don't think Wildham has any delusions of surviving a lot of these fights. I think, well, this one, of course, is not that big of a deal. But, yeah, when he's fighting the Wiz mummies, I really don't think he knew he was going to get through that. What does the armory have?
The crown has been located in Crescent Lake, been handed away. As Wildham finds a silver helmet, a house, a heal pot. Gonna skip the trap tile, just looking for Ooh, there's a katana that's sellable here.
It is. Sadly.
Caster item, black shirt. If you can get out of here with that black shirt, you give it to the black belt, but I don't think Wildham's gonna get out of here.
Well, he should just cast warp and do so.
It's a good idea.
But he has to check this last chest here before that happens. I like Go ahead. Sorry.
shoombabi just outside of Crescent Lake, taking on some enemies. Wildham with a big move early. Gets a falchion. Does he have the charges of warp? He has none there. He's got one. He's got to get out. He's got to get through this floor. Is there going to be a fight? This is pretty critical. Critical. Wildham gets out. Bold move pays.
Love it. And that's what you got to be in these. You got to be bold. You have to take some chances, and they have to have some of them pay off. And you have to be able to bounce back when they don't. Nature of the
Bobby's back
randomizer.
into the river system. Gets ambushed by Hydras and resets. That's nuke. That was nuke.
Did we see nuke
Wildham
on
just got
Hydras?
nuked.
Hmm.
Fans, what was Space Drake? What? Who got that? Was it the Gators or the
Oh,
Freebase?
Carry
The
base.
Piranhas? Okay. shoombabi is going to the Gurgu volcano.
Well then. And now, while they're just basically passing ships in the night, or passing canoes in the night, as it were. Let's see how far shoombabi goes, if he checks any of the goofy chests on the right side, or if he's going to do the same ones that Wildham did. Does the check on the trap tiles. We'll see. Or spike tiles, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
That's a correct nomenclature to use now. Silver +4, I do like that.
Oh, that's a good bracelet.
Get some money for those.
Bracelet acts as body armor. It's good. Low evasion. It doesn't hurt your evasion stat. +4 gives you higher absorb. Be equipped by any light warrior, especially early game. Very strong.
What was I saying about this Harm 4 spell? Looks like it paid off. Looks like it's done them a very good service here at this point.
There's the backup advice too. shoombabi is going to dominate this Gurgu Volcano versus Wildham, but Wildham got the job done. There's really no question about that. And he's got money as well, Wildham does, to buy some of those bracelets.
Indeed he does. He can get them all if he wants them. 3 or all 4 if he's feeling froggy about putting something on the black belt. It's not a bad idea to do early.
shoombabi digs into the Gurgu Volcano again. Wildham now leaves Crescent Lake. He's got the crown in hand. Going to equip that armor that he just bought. shoombabi to a fire. We just passed the 10-minute mark right here. This is the Medusa pod.
That's
First
right.
match of the pod for shoombabi on the left side of your screen. Once again, this is his first ever one-on-one straight up live TV match. There are nerves. I did talk to him about it. He said he was nervous. We'll leave it at that. Wildham has played. He played last year's spring tournament, of course, 2020. And Wildham had a match earlier. He did. So he does have one under his belt. He did play Rojo about a week ago, and so he's got a little bit more experience than shoombabi at this point.
And I believe that was a very close match too between the two of those.
I believe so.
So like a minute apart or 2 minutes. It was really close. So Wildham is good enough to beat just about anybody in the community, and shoombabi is showing some chops here early.
I love it. I love it. So this will be the second match total of the Medusa pod. It's right here. It's live on Speed Gaming. The Illuminati has returned. We've brought in Groggy Dog for the night. Groggy Dog, thank you for joining us and helping us out with the crew to bring this match to the great fans of both Speed Gaming and Final Fantasy Randomizer. And we have it. Will, go ahead.
It's done, Nuke. We've got our sweeper spell, and we can have 3 characters casting it.
How about White Magic level 3 with the Sage class? That buys you Cure 4, Will.
I gotta tell you, level 3 is looking pretty nice, and this is a blessing and a curse. They're all going to be sharing one pool of magic spells on level 3. You need all of those. You need all of those spells.
Fortunately, that's the bad news. The good news is Fast and Temper didn't pop in there either. That's the good news.
That is good. Okay.
Not much
Almost
level 4 White Magic. How about level 5? Is Fast in here too? Ice 3. Okay.
That's best elemental sweeper spell you can look for.
Yes, it is. Highest base damage element attack there is in the game.
Head into
shoombabi
RER.
now
Buying some camping gear.
sells a katana that was worth 42,000 gold.
Mercy me. I think he's going to be good for now.
Dead even, Will? 12-minute mark?
Yeah, I don't see a definitive advantage on either side.
Agreed.
And I think they're both going to end up going into Marsh around roughly the same time, or cashing in their crown around the same time.
Does not. The only difference I see right now in this match so far is the choice of damage dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Wildham on the right-hand side of your screen, with the black belt left side of your screen, shoombabi with a fighter. There's a nuke from Wildham. It's no good against Astos. Astos eats another nuke. Astos is gone. It was him the whole time.
It was. Who knew? Who knew? And he got a little bit of herb for Matoya. So we're going to be going to the Sleeping Prince, waking him up, seeing what he's got for us.
We do have the canal at this point. We are searching for a boat. This herb turn-in can lead to a lot of different things. Could ultimately be the boat, or the boat could be an ice cave ultimately, or perhaps the marsh
It could even
cave.
be a
Who knows?
boat.
Yeah, it could be. Mystic Key could be an option. You always loved seeing the Mystic Key early.
Yes, I'm a big fan of those 24 chests in the inner sea that are locked.
Also could be a slab. As Wildham hands the herb over to the elf doctor. And Will, it's the floater.
Hey, guess what? Sky time. Call the FAA, we're going airborne. Wildham?
I've got to think, as shoombabi's following the same exact path, they're essentially dead even. Will, I've got to think that this might favor Wildham, and the only reason that I say that is just flat out experience.
There's another reason why. I haven't seen any phenomenal weapons. I mean, we're really early here, but we've got early-ish nuke. We've got 3 casters of it. You can make your way into a passable black belt and get them to the solo grind fairly quickly when you have 3 nuke casters. You can boil that down to a black belt and 1, and get that to the point where the black belt's 21 and starting to hit for 6 times.
Mm-hmm. One advantage for shoombabi is you can see it on the tracker right there. Again, thank you, Groggy Dog. And Bicky, for shoombabi, is that the tail's already there. That's going to benefit shoombabi to be able to go out and class change quite early. And, should you dig up a dragon arm or something along those lines, really help you a lot.
It'd be really good. So, at this point, with all the the free chests he's going to be getting with access to the Cardia Islands, he might want to go down to Titan, if you can find Ruby, and scoop up whatever he can get. And he might be able to find something that'll get him to late game.
Wildham is in the air. We're going to call it the 15-minute mark. Heads directly to Sarda. This is a key item that's going to be handed over. shoombabi on his way to the Ryukon Desert. We'll call it that the 16-minute mark. Meanwhile, Wildham picks up the chime.
The chimichanga. Now we can go to the desert. I think I don't mind an early Mirage play here. You've got Warp. You've got 3 nuke casters. Why not? And he's going
a 16-minute dive into Earth Cave. He does have the rod in hand. That's not what he's doing here, though, Will.
No. He's got a black belt, so naturally he's looking to find a worthwhile grind tile.
We also have some asps with snorting. shoombabi's closed the gap. shoombabi about to pick up his chime. Wildham finds this looks A side. This is A side, right? 1 to 2. Zombie.
This it is. Yeah, that's our ordeals trap tile. And then we've got wizards, which are really not what you want.
Route divergence has begun. shoombabi heads directly north. This is exactly what we talked about.
Yep.
This is advantage shoombabi right here. Headed directly to class promote. Going to have a chit chat with Bahamut.
Yes, we want to call it advantage because we have a black belt user already grinding zombie Ds with 3 nuke casters at 16 minutes.
How about a ribbon?
Ribbon's very good. Ribbon is very good.
Will, I'm starting to feel this is going to be one of those matches that they're going to go completely different directions, and then they're going to converge.
And they're going to end up in Topher about 2 minutes apart.
Exactly. I can feel it right now. We called it right there. The Illuminati at the 17-minute mark. Let's see if shoombabi can find anything else. Absolutely not. Reset. shoombabi's showing me some stuff here, Will.
The ribbon's nice. Hasn't found much else that's valuable yet. But...
Level 5 magic. I missed some of it, Groggy Dog. Was that Life 2? Okay. It was Life 2 was in Melmond. And I saw Quad X in the black magic. shoombabi, did he find anything? A little bit of money. 35,000.
That's a little lot of bit of money right there.
I'd like to welcome to the chat as I can see the crowd starting to grow here, as it always does. We got Lord of the Synth. There's my buddy over there, Will. The Enforcer's here.
Yes, he is. Mr.
Falconic. Yes, sir. Space Drake in a great match recently live here on Speed Gaming. Congratulations to you, sir. Put on a great show as shoombabi now does the class promotion. And Wildham picks up some money, has entered the incentivized Marsh Cave.
That's right. So we have shoombabi going to HR asking for a raise, getting the promotion. And Wildham is going to scoop up these 4 chests on the top floor.
A little bit of paperwork here. It is April 14th, 2021. The Medusa Pod is where we're at. We'll get to some promotions later and some great matches that are coming up, especially ones that are here on Speed Gaming. Should you be interested in watching more on Speed Gaming, if you're watching later on YouTube, speedgaming.org is the place to go. List of all the games, Hollow Knight, Super Metroid, all those other ones, and a schedule with players, match times as well, should you be interested. As Wildham re-enters the Marsh Cave, he's going south.
Absolutely. He didn't see anything on the top floor that he really needed to keep, so he actually warped it out and saved. So whatever he did pick up there, which didn't seem like much, he figured, you know what, let's just keep that. He might have taken a few fights on the way. I don't know.
12,000 gold was one of them. shoombabi gonna equip that ribbon eventually. There you go. shoombabi, fans, is in the Great Desert. I believe has found a Tyro. That's what he's messing around with. That's not a Tyro. But is this a Mirage play? He's got the chime.
I was saying it'd be a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Well, having the chime, yeah, he's also got warp and 3 nuke casters. Why not do it? Give it a shot, man. Let's see what you find. That's 18 chests. Or, yeah, I think that's right.
Wildham gets ambushed by mages
Hmm.
on the forced encounter tile of the original wizard chest. And try to find that incentivized item. It's somewhere in this dungeon.
I like that tile.
shoombabi enters the Mirage Tower.
Love it. Hey, Bane Sword. And Wildham's going back for seconds.
Vorpal, the game Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Go on, Will. Tell him what happened. Tell him what happened. This is a good time to do the Blessed versus Cursed.
Okay, guys. So what just happened here is, for all you fans of the blue blazing sword, the Vorpal, bad news. It's not going to do a heck of a lot of damage. -5. If you want to do the math on that and say what kind of crit rate it bumps down to, what kind of hit rate it bumps down to, what kind of damage it bumps down to. Even with a 20+ strength fighter, it's really not going to be doing a lot of damage.
Stone Poison from the Cerebri misses all of shoombabi with 1 ribbon. Is that a sign of things to come? There's good or bad, I'm not sure. The Vorpal goes on the mantle today, fans. My apologies. shoombabi's gotta love finding that potential endgame weapon. But having that ruled out, shoombabi's got a knight. That's not good.
No. With a Vorpal that says Fisher Price on the side, he's not looking great for weapons quite yet. But I think with this dive, if he finds something like a defense sword, sun sword, heck, ice sword, as long as it's not cursed, you should be able to swing that thing pretty much to the two-thirds of the way through the race and be okay.
The ship has been located by Wildham. That is really irrelevant at this point. However, it does provide a boost, Will.
It does, yep.
5% experience per encounter, because it's a key item.
Every little bit counts.
shoombabi now enters the less than greater than room. Big move. Taking the fans and the other players to school as shoombabi. Is there anything in here? It's mostly money right now. Wildham's going to the ice cave.
All right, well, I hate this play.
Me too.
Actually, with warp and 3 nuke casters, there's really no bad play. The only bad play is one where you're wasting time. And as long as you're still looking for key items at this point, what the hell? Go anywhere you want. Knock yourself out.
As the chat continues to grow, we'll always welcome a champion, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Crabcakes is here. Crabcakes points out that Mirage stunk bad.
It did.
And I couldn't agree more.
I like loud.
Like the move, a little bit of levels, a couple fights, that's good. shoombabi heads directly to Gaia, checking level 8 black magic, nothing. This red mage can learn something in here. Heal 3 was an
3.
option.
Hmm.
Wildham runs into a pack of undead with those multiple nuke casters.
Heck, harm 4. Don't
Yeah.
waste nuke. Harm 4 is all you need.
Again, no sign of a vendor item here in Gaia.
Mm-mm. We're
Shoombabi.
narrowed down to Onrak. Wait, so we're looking at what? Onrak
Caravan.
and the caravan.
Shoombabi.
Yeah, that's right.
Heading towards Castle of Ordeal.
All
It's the
right.
Citadel of Trials.
So we're both going to the usually optional, but now key item possessing dungeons, the Ice Cave and Ordeals. This is some of that deviation you were talking about. They're going in completely opposite directions, but they're
Yep.
doing principally the same thing.
Correct. That move by Wildham. I wouldn't have done this, and I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
You know the ship was going to be in one of these two dungeons.
Yes.
I would have left them both for last, to be completely honest.
Okay, that's fair.
So, but with 3 nuke casters and with warp, gosh, if you could call that a penalty, it would be incredibly minimal.
Somebody painted the white dragon red. What are you
Huh?
doing here, buddy? You're in the wrong place. You're a little down the road there in the volcano. We help you find your home. Oh, was that your favorite enemy right there? Was
Nah,
that the
man cats.
Yeah. I
Man
know how you
cats,
love
they
them mad cats. Yeah.
resist everything. They're annoying. They'll ambush you. They look funny. They
Hmm.
look at me funny.
Right. Like man cat. I mean, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Shoombabi is trying to maneuver through this pillar maze. Warp in hand. Should be able to make fairly quick work of it. There it is. There's the warp. As Wildham heads to the 6th chest, there is a guarded trap tile here. Forced encounter tile. But is there a key item? Let's find out.
Perhaps. There we go. And we're looking at mummies. All right. Well, that's about as good as finding frost wolves like you normally would, except that harm 4 will take them out.
Great to see Classic Gamer 76 as Shoombabi picks up the cube. That's
Kube.
required. Classic Gamer 76 pointing out they do not resist time, as no enemy does in the game except.
Ooh,
I think it's
there,
one.
There it is. There it is. There's your weapon. That is potentially an endgame weapon. Ice +5. That is a fantastic weapon. Obviously, if you can pick
Okay.
up something a little better, great. But there's no shame in going into Temple of Fiends with an Ice +5.
Okay. Going back to what I was saying, thank you, CG76. The only enemy that resists time in the game is, well,
Chaos.
Mhm.
And only chaos.
correct.
That's not to say that you can go around casting Zap and have great success with it, because I'm sure anybody here who's played the game will tell you Zap is not a fantastic spell. And Shoombabi is, I think he dropped a contact or something. All right, he's back.
Shoombabi gets the cube, which is going to be required in a dive plus the Ice Sword +5 out of Castle of Ordeal. Wildham picks up the ruby, which will grant him access to a measly 4 chest, and it's non-requirement,
Mhm.
really.
I'd
on
go
the
there
Ice
out of,
Cave.
I'd go there out of principle at this point. It's like, hey, look, I picked up a Masa +4. Like, you know, it's why not? You're dedicating 30 seconds of your time to it.
Level 14 across the board for Shoombabi. Here's the check I was looking for, Will. Wildham.
Mhm.
There it is.
Oxyale, bingo. Wow, cut
There.
out the middleman, no bottle, just Oxyale immediately.
Vendor
All
items
right.
located. Wildham pauses. He's going to do them together. He is. Will, what's the routing on the right side of the screen right now? What's he up to?
Looks like he's probably. You know what? I don't know. I don't know which one he's gonna do first. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna presume yet. Let's just let this play out.
I would think this is a classic play of with warp. You go up, do the waterfall, go in,
There you
knock
go.
out the sea shrine.
Mhm.
Fans, Mr. Bloodworth, do you know what that is called?
I believe it's a what's it called?
what's
Something
it
with a V.
It does start with a
Veteran
V.
move.
Veteran
A
move.
That's it. That's it.
From the great and well-respected developer in this community. Matter of fact, Wildham, that's an I trap tile, by the way.
Oh
wow.
wow.
Wildham, the author of this blessing and cursing for the classes.
Mhm.
This
This is-
Sage class. This is Wildham's work. We get to watch him play, instead of code or all the other things that he does as well. So now he gets to kind of use that and make veteran moves.
Absolutely right. He has to understand how the mechanics of it all works, so having that advantage definitely works in his favor. Shoombabi, on the other hand, is grinding the eye tile. Now that is a
HP?
huge advantage.
Do you see the HP? Oh, he's gonna leave.
He said, "That's enough. That's enough for now. I can come back." It's 2 4
Mul- Multiple shots of warp to make this big check as quickly as possible. There will be no required Warmech, no runner agreement, no nothing like that. This is straight up 1v1.
Play your way, I'll play mine, and whoever comes out on top is the winner. Oh, look at
Wildham
that!
in
Virtually generic trap tile here. This is almost what you'd get in the original game.
Shoombabi has located the loose, incentivized slab in the floating fortress cross room.
Mm-hmm.
Shoombabi now with options of what he wants to do.
Do
Wildham has the required loot out of the waterfall.
We're looking good. So, Shoombabi, what are we going to do here, buddy? We going to keep checking chests? We're going to go right up and kill Tiamat?
Well, fast.
Brack?
They're fast.
Well, Brack. You've got 3
Well,
Brackcasters.
I guess I was more looking at how many chests are we to keep checking here. Is Ice 5 plus 5 good enough? Do we have a
Ice
power
plus-
gauntlet? You know,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Ice plus 5 is yeah. I think once you have buffs, and they have access to temper, if they can find fast at a level lower than 7 or 8, they're in business. But I don't think that's a thing. I think
Shoombabi
fast is going
is-
to be on 7 or 8.
Okay, I believe so as well. There's a fighter tile for Shoombabi. Gonna pass on it. Went 50-50. Wildham's heading towards Castle of Ordeal. That is the cube. It will be required. Thank you, Groggy Dog, and the notes. Meanwhile, Wildham's going to stop off for dinner.
Dude. No, I don't have very kind things to say about microwaving your steak. And in fact, I don't have kind things to say about killing Tyros, but that's just my opinion. If you're
Nice
going to
little
eat steak,
pickup.
don't microwave your steak. Come on.
Nice little pickup by Shoombabi. Pro Cape. It acts as a shield, equipable by any mage. It's really where you want to put it, and that's a +4. Been very blessed. Very nice to have.
Pretty darn good piece of equipment for anybody that's not a black belt.
More chest checking for Shoombabi.
All right.
Not much, as Wildham starts to navigate the maze of the Citadel of Trials, Castle of Ordeal. 4 more chests here for Shoombabi.
Oh, there
my,
it is.
my!
I think we have an endgame weapon, guys.
Oh, wow.
I think we have an endgame weapon.
And Shoombabi's got it at the 31-minute mark. Wildham's nowhere close to this place, really.
Shoombabi's now a walking blender.
You know what I smell, Will? Opportunity. Go. Just
Yeah.
go.
Yup.
That's what I say.
He's a loot, a key, and I think that's it. I think a loot and a key away from go mode, and we know where at least one of those is.
It's right. The loot was, of course, located in the waterfall. He's got to go that way anyway. Will probably be next on his list. Does not have the Oxiel yet. That came from Groggy.
Yep. I think.
Do we have it?
Where the Oxiel came from? That
Oxiel was the vendor item.
Caravan. That was a
Vendor
caravan.
item. Yes, thank you. That's right.
What I was getting at is I think the key.
Oh, no, it's
Ooh,
Warmack.
hey,
Hold on. What's the
Hey,
death
us.
machine? Shoombabi wants to take it. He's going to try to use that Mazmoon +5 at the 31-minute mark. There's a nuke from Shoombabi after he gets the... Oh, 2 nukes from Shoombabi. Initiative. Mazmoon +5, 61. Temper gets off. Here comes Warmack. Warmack attacks and knocks out the knight. The knight has perished. Shoombabi's not giving up, though. He's going to fire 3 nukes. There's 1. Warmack is good enough. Shoombabi takes out the death machine at the 32-minute mark, Will.
Yeah, losing that fighter in that fight probably didn't feel good, but being able to kill him, being able to kill Warmack, feels pretty good.
We were right about this match. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, kids, guess what? We have about 30 different ways to kill Tiamat here.
Yeah, we do. Let's go back to what we were saying. We know that the loot is in the waterfall. It's right by the caravan, the vendor item. Shoombabi can put that together. Got a feeling he's going that way next. He could actually already have the Mystic Key potentially in hand after a slab turn in or some sort of various machination of a fetch quest chain. Could be. We're not exactly sure, but Shoombabi could be ready to go and not even know it.
My guess is that the sea is going to provide whatever gets us the key. It could be the key itself or something that leads to it. That's just my guess. We shall see.
See?
So he's not going the Brack route. He is going the Brack route, and it paid off. Because Brack always pays off.
Into pieces. Stone, poison, elemental, single target, higher accuracy. Brack takes out Tiamat, the Fiend of the Air. Wildham now is headed towards the Mirage Tower. I wasn't sure if Wildham would come this way at this point. Wildham does. Shoombabi leaves, takes on a sandworm on the way out. If Shoombabi makes that move directly to the caravan, doesn't forget about it, and hits, yes, very good.
He'll be in very good shape if he does.
Looks like Shoombabi's headed towards Melmon to potentially translate that slab and get that information. Or the volcano. It's volcano.
Yeah, Space Trick asking, will Wildham even see that Massa +5? So the answer is probably not, and Crabcakes just beat me to it. And the reason is you've got Black Belt. The whole point is not opening chests, so he's going to see the fact that he's going to be able to grind the eye once he gets to the eye, and he's probably not going to give a second thought to weapons at this point. And to be honest, he probably doesn't need it if he gets that Black Belt up to 32 or 42.
Coming up a little bit later on, actually quite soon, DVS 7, rock solid, out of the fighter pod. That's going to be right here on the Speed Gaming family of networks over on Speed Gaming 3. After this great match, which I think is going to be outstanding, concludes. Also later on tonight, Speed Gaming 5, Walls of Jericho, Nightmare Phoenix, Speed Gaming 5, right here live, Speed Gaming family of networks, 2020 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament action.
That's right. We have a Cobra Trap Tile. We have a Thor Hammer, which can be equipped by our Thief, which we don't have. Okay, Wildham given the greater than less than disappointment chest a look.
That's like the most horrible less than greater than room I've ever seen.
Like literally
It was really bad.
It was 0 for 10. Just forget it.
I've had better hernias than that room.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, Shoombabi is checking chest, picks up another Pro Cape. Okay. Has one ribbon. Has the only ribbon in this match. I don't think Wildham's going to find that one. It was an offshoot Cardia branch.
Is Shoombabi looking for ribbons or better armor? Because he's got chain right now. Chain, I think it's chain +2 or 3. And obviously, you're not going to go to endgame with chain armor, or if you do, it's not going to be good for you.
Gold bracelets were for sale. I think they were cursed.
There we go.
I see what you're saying. There's the eye tile for Wildham. Does
his
Wildham perk it?
Why would he not?
It's level 19. Wildham thinks about it. Does not.
He'll probably come back for it.
Shoombabi's going to try to light the second orb and double the lead in the orb count on Wildham. There's a temper from Shoombabi. Another temper into that Mazmoon. Ice Elemental Blizzard comes out from Carry, does some damage, but the Mazmoon with 4 hits and 514 knocks Carry way back. This is round 2, and Shoombabi's going to take out Carry this round.
Yes. That's a foregone conclusion at this point. A little bit of microwaving, and Carry is toast.
So Shoombabi steps away from lighting the second orb, takes out Warmek at the 31-minute mark, Tiamat in an orb at the 32-minute mark, and in less than 37 minutes has 2 orbs lit. And now he goes to the ice cave.
Oh, man.
The first misstep, and Shoombabi can't know this.
No, he can't.
He's looking for the loot. Well, the Mystic Key, of course.
And the key. That's it. Well, everything was coming up Millhouse for him, and now he's going to be taking a little bit of a time hit. Maybe a little bit of XP on the way, but it's not worth the time.
Wildham has located the slab. Thank you again, Groggy Dog. Groggy Dog in the background doing all the tracking, following Hangry Canuck, keeping the beverages on ice. As myself, I'm the infectious Wilcleosis. He's the immortal Will Bloodworth. We are the Willuminati. We show up every now and then, 1, 2, maybe even 3 times a year.
Oh,
He's checking it.
oh, what a
Oh,
play.
boy.
What a play.
I didn't
What
think he was
a
gonna.
play. I didn't either. Greed chest pay off. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, we were dead wrong. That's okay. It's good to be wrong about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Wildham gets the +5 Masmoon. Once again, great to be in front of the fans, Will. That's why we're here.
Absolutely.
All that encouragement, and it just strives and it makes us try to be better and give the better shows that we can. The more you talk and the more you enjoy it, the more YouTube comments that we get, Will, because we do read those.
We do.
And we apply to them.
Mm-hmm. Love doing the show. Love being a part of it. It is an honor to be able to do this.
There's the Bridge of Destiny for Wildham. This is a different path that shoombabi took. Excuse me, that Wildham took than shoombabi, I believe. But didn't shoombabi have metal slimes? Didn't he have this encounter?
I don't think he saw slimes.
Okay, so it looks like a different encounter table. Let's keep an eye on this. We already saw one Warmech. Do we see another one?
It would be very interesting to see another Warmech fight.
It's not very healed.
No. No. Hey, look, that Opal +3 is going to be pretty nice on that guy's head.
It will be. Opal +3 helmet from shoombabi. Wildham does not see Warmech. Wildham initiates the fight with Tiamat. Is this a Brack? It is, Will.
It is. Oh, Hot Fuzz correcting us. He did, in fact, get slimes when he played.
Yeah, I thought he did. Thank you, Hot Fuzz. I thought I saw a slime fight.
Keep us honest.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it. We are wrong often. And there we go.
Third Brack hits, broken into pieces. Wildham now has an orb. Closing this orb gap. Cut it in half. shoombabi, meanwhile, is about to find the ruby very soon here in Ice Cave. Not gonna like that. shoombabi's momentum, absolute freight train, has been slowed down a little bit.
At this stage of the game, I think he has a little bit better an idea where he needs to go and what he needs to do. This is the narrowing down he probably needed to get him on the straight and narrow.
Mm-hmm. Question from chat that we were just about to get to. Did shoombabi turn in the slab? The answer is no. And to my knowledge, actually did not translate it either at this point. That could be the Mystic Key.
Very well could be. And we could have a key in Sea Shrine, or the item that leads to it, which was my guess. But
Wildham makes his way.
We'll find out soon enough.
To translate the slab. There's that ruby find for shoombabi. shoombabi's out of here.
Return the slab. He's the man in gauze. His name is Dr.
shoombabi's out. Does he head towards the waterfall? Does he remember the vendor item? Wildham is flying around. Wildham's going to turn in that slab immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the really Mystic Key?
I'm eager to see what this is gonna go. Oh, and shoombabi wakes up.
There you go.
Says, You know what? This big rock I'm lugging around. Here, you take this. Teach me a language.
Based upon what I've seen, this is not going to be an outright item. I don't see this as being the white shirt or as the Mystic Key. I see this as being a fetch based upon all the items out there. The bottle. That would be my guess.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
fair.
We're not exactly going to know, I don't think, what it is at this point. But we are still way under the hour mark with multiple orbs lit by shoombabi, and Wildham's looking great. They got a heck of a weapon, Will. I can admit that.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. It's the bottle, as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 black belt strat, as Crabcakes is mentioning, wouldn't be bad when you get a Moss +5 and buffs. And we know that they'll have access to fast if they want it. Ooh, Life 2 has Ruse as well. Oof. I actually didn't catch it the first time around. Ruse is magnificent. You don't want it on the same level as Life 2, but in a pinch, yeah, you can trade it off.
Groggy fast. Did we check level 6?
No,
Fast
we did.
Have not seen yet.
Okay, I didn't think so. Okay.
Oh, look at that. We are getting the ruby turn in. shoombabi, a man after my own heart. Love it. Here comes some dragon armor for his efforts.
Could there be anything? A flame +1.
Flame +1's all right. Let's take that. Yeah, better than your wood +4, I think.
little bit.
Marginally. All right, and that, and nothing else. Okay, well, you got a better shield. Congrats.
Fast or temper not located in Black Magic level 7. Gaia, Wildham did not check level 8.
Eh.
Not class promoted. Can do it. He has a black belt in the bottom slot. About to turn in the bottle.
And Shoombabi is looking for another orb.
Shoombabi now enters the Earth Cave under the 45-minute mark. Slowly.
And I have to believe that Shoombabi's going to go right to sea after this.
Wow,
And the
there's
key
mystic
is
key all along.
from the slab.
Okay, so what
Shut my mouth.
So what we end up with here is that there is a fetch chain that involves the adamant, the TNT, leads to power gauntlet, white shirt that's out there as well.
Right. So Shoombabi still has to hit up the waterfall. I believe Wildham is effectively in go mode at this point, if I'm not mistaken. But he's got a little bit of catching up to do. Because Shoombabi's about to get his third orb lit. Wildham is just playing with dinosaurs in the sand.
Mystic Key, of course, will also lead to Canary Castle locked. That will either be the white shirt or the power gauntlet. And then, or whatever chain that leads to it. Same thing for the Sea Shrine. Whatever chain that leads to it will be either the white shirt or the power gauntlet. Wildham, under 45 minutes, is ready to go. Basically.
I think he's setting up for a grind. It's obvious he's setting his mages up to the front line. I don't know if he unequipped them. I didn't see. I was watching Shoombabi open boxes for some reason in an unincentivized dungeon.
Well, he's outside. Wildham right now is outside of the Mirage Tower, knocking off some warriors. Of course, he's got that black belt in the bottom slot. Is he going to the Eye? I
hope so. I really hope so.
That's inside, of course, a trap tile inside the Mirage Tower. That makes me think.
Yeah, it's I don't like going to Mirage 3 for a grind, but when it's an Eye and you have a +5 Masa, it's hard to turn that down.
Or is he going to take the time and continue to eat and get smashed down to 67 HP for Wildham? Ooh, level 22.
That's okay. We got. I've been using a house.
Heal pots.
I don't get this.
Well. Meanwhile, Shoombabi is just banging through this match. This is the difference right now. Shoombabi is taking absolutely no prisoners right now and is going for this. Wildham's going with a different type of strategy.
He has to.
This tells me we are not going to converge. Shoombabi's in the lead. Agree, disagree? What do you think?
I agree, because I don't think that Wildham is going to be able to catch up on levels. I don't think he's going to be able to pull back into a tie with him on orbs before Shoombabi is in TOF. My concern for Shoombabi right now is getting the last 2 key items efficiently and finding armor for his fighter. Survivability is going to be a big deal here at endgame.
The 46-minute mark, Shoombabi pulls his third fiend. It's the fiend of the earth, when it caused all the rot, set the vampire out to Melmond. It's Lich. A couple of tempers go off into the Mazmoon +5. Make it a third.
Now he's just showing off.
See ya.
525. ABC ya.
Shoombabi lights his third orb. The only thing left is the Sea Shrine orb. Does Shoombabi remember the caravan and its vendor item? He's headed that way, or does he think it's in the waterfall?
Guess what? Shoombabi's about to get himself some Oxio. The
key item there. There it is. Sir. Look at the routing from Shoombabi.
Is he
headed towards the waterfall and the loot that will put Shoombabi in go mode if he remembers the slab?
Yes. I was going to say, okay, I think he
might remember the slab.
I think he just, wow. It's like he heard us. And there's no way he could have possibly heard us, because this is 10 minutes in the future. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. The actual match that we're watching, fans, if you don't know this or if you're not aware of it, this has already happened.
Well-
but it hasn't been broadcast. So you actually don't know that it actually has already happened, but it has. Kind of.
That's correct. Yes,
Okay.
we are somewhere between 7 to 10 minutes into the future.
Mhm.
We're watching the past happen. This is truly like a Final Fantasy game. We're observing the past and the future at the same time.
When will then be now? Say it. I know you know the answer.
You just missed it.
You just missed it. Soon.
Soon.
Wildham continues to have dinner. Shoombabi now. About to pick up the Mystic Key. One step closer to that go mode. Shoombabi will more than likely do the waterfall next.
I can't
After
see
the
doing.
fetch
I can't
quest.
see doing Sea Shrine before Waterfall. You might as well do
I'm-
Waterfall.
Actually, Shoombabi might actually go to Canary Castle Locked. It actually makes a little bit more sense than having to go through the waterfall.
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's probably a really good idea, and it could reward with a power gauntlet, but I'm telling you, I don't think he needs it.
I'd like to have it. You know what I'd really like to have at this point, if I'm not going to get armor, is a defense sword. With a defense sword, a Masa plus 5, and a fighter with any reasonable pool of HP, you can basically solo Topher at that point.
Wildham continues to do this with the Tyros.
Little bottle turn in.
Shoombabi's about to turn in the bottle. Check that level 7 black magic does not find fast or temper.
He says, you know what? I like heal 3. Let's get heal 3.
Classic Gamer 76. Oh, there it is. There's the level 8 check that Wildham
Here
did
we
not
are.
do.
Is
Is
this
it
fast?
here?
It is.
It
not.
is not.
It's.
Oh, is it
in-
Lefane?
It's Lefane.
Oh, it could be
Almost.
an Onrak. We haven't seen Onrak, but it...
Oh yeah, you're right. We did not see the magic
Oh.
shops in Onrak. Wildham might take us.
Okay, we're here. Wow.
Yes.
If that's
Presumably you will
Lefane...
look. Yeah. If fast is in Lefane, do you make the trip? Nope. Fast is in Lefane.
Fast is in Lefane. Where's temper?
He's gonna have temper. I believe it's level 3.
3. Okay. Shoombabi picks up the Mystic Key from a tiny fairy.
There you go.
Wildham enters the Sea Shrine. Wildham can skip all this and go directly to light that second orb. Shoombabi must piece everything else together. Shoombabi's kind of running around a little bit here, opening the door for a highly leveled Wildham to get back into this. The tide's starting to turn just a little bit. Shoombabi's doing the play I would have done this, Will. This is a good
Oh
play
yeah,
from Shoombabi. This is
absolutely.
right.
I love lock chests.
Yeah, he's
Love
looking
him.
for the loot. This is going to be something that probably leads to a power gauntlet or a white shirt. TNT, maybe.
Yeah, TNT or adamant.
It is the white shirt itself.
Aha. That's fine. A little bit of evasion can't hurt. And now, waterfall is the only thing that really makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, prove me wrong, Shoombabi, but I think that's
Well,
probably where you're going.
Do you see that? On the left side of your screen, Shoombabi said, wait a second, I'm going to check my menu. I do that constantly.
That's good. It's good
I've gotten to know Shoombabi the last few days. We've had I really spent a couple hours together, kind of just talking about things, hanging out, getting to know each other. And I'm going to tell you this, and it's meant as a compliment. Me and Shoombabi are a lot alike.
Oh, look at that! It just pulls a crystal out of his
He's pulled a
keister.
crystal out, and Shoombabi is doing the same things that I do. And he's pieced it together very good. As Wildham checks a greed chest and picks out the crystal, that will lead into a fetch quest chain that will include the TNT, the adamant, and a potential trip to the dwarf cave, should you want it, that will result in the power gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. It's so bad.
Or the crystal, yeah. Well, yeah.
One way or the other, they don't need it. Not technically, they don't need it. We have Masa 5 and we have 3 Temper Casters. I don't really think we have too much to worry about as far as firepower. My concern, as I said already, is defense. My concern is surviving multiple casts of high AoE stuff like nuke, nuclear, your higher end skill sets like your thunders and your tornadoes. That's my concern, and taking big physical hits, of course, from Kraken 2. The fighter can't survive a very, very big hit with the crappy armor he's wearing right now.
Two
He
things.
needs the
First and foremost, joining us in the chat, Will, there she is. It's our favorite.
Animaniac.
Our favorite Animaniac. Great to see you, darling. Wildham lights his second orb. The other thing is that offshoot chest in Cardia Islands, Will. Left side of the screen has it. Shoombabi's got a ribbon.
Indeed he does.
Wildham does not. Not to my knowledge, unless there's something came up that we missed.
A big, 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 big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Lifecaster will be
Shoombabi's
wary.
taking fights.
I
With that,
don't know what the point of this is.
Okay.
Is he looking for more spell charges? Is he looking for more HP on his fighter? Or his red mages? What's the play here?
Is this a fear of not having fast? Maybe?
More MDF and HP? Maybe.
Okay. Is this nerves? Wildham now looking to light his third orb. He's going to try to tie the orb count. Shoombabi has led that the whole way. We called Shoombabi 8 minutes ago in a lead. I'm not feeling that anymore, Will.
No. It's a lot more evened up now.
Double Frost Gator Incarnate. If you're going to take one, that's a good one to take.
I don't mind it.
Shoombabi now about to enter the Sea Shrine and find and attempt to light the last orb. Wildham still on his way to light his third orb.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
Shoombabi
black
about
magic
to
check.
get the bad idea, or the bad news that
No fast.
Fast isn't freaking Lefane. But you know what's down here? His all-access pass to the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
It's checking
2,000
chess.
years in the past.
Checking chess, Will.
I don't understand this.
There's something that Shoombabi feels. When I've done this and individuals have questioned me, what I would say is, and I think correctly, listen, I'm checking chess because, hey, I could get another key item. I might want the white shirt, but another ribbon could pop. It could. And so there's multiple facets to these potential checking. Oh my
wow.
god! Oh my god! Son of a gun! Wow! Shoombabi makes the play and he's got the ribbon. That's 2.
Wow.
That's 2 to Wildham's none.
Just
He gets a cabin.
Wow. Just wow. Just freaking wow. Was that what he was looking for, or was he looking for better armor for his fighter?
I honestly think it was a ribbon, because when I've done that and I found myself doing that as I was saying it, that's really what I kind of wanted. Let's see if he steps on it.
He has
Because
to.
now's the time.
He has to. He has to say, you know what? The hell with this armor. I've got 2 ribbons. I can bring this lump of crap back up if he drops dead on me. Let's just get some stuff killed. Let's go.
Wildham is going to finish the Earth Cave before Shoombabi finishes the Sea Shrine. The only other dungeon that Wildham still has to do is the Gurgu Volcano. That literally takes about 100 seconds for that to happen. We are going to converge, fans, in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. If I was to guess, we will be floor for floor. Unless a player decides to check more chess or do something instead of just step on it, the player to step on it first will have first opportunity, more than likely, to win this battle.
That's right.
Oh no, Shoombabi's checking chess.
I don't like this at all, sir. No, I do not. Life on Night wouldn't be a terrible idea. If you're going to waste time doing something, that'd be the good thing to waste time on.
Shoombabi gets ambushed by ghosts. They hit hard.
They hit the fighter for 30. Maybe the fighter isn't as bad off as we thought he was.
Wildham has tied the orb count. He's got 3. He was down 2-0 at one point. Wildham flying around going to Melmond?
He's probably looking to pick
Life
up
2?
this Life 2 spell. Oh,
Ruse.
Ruse, brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant play. I love it. I love being able to cast evasion spells. They can't hit you, they can't kill you.
Shoombabi. Oh, Shoombabi was going to leave the room, went back and took the trap. Now has to take 2 trap tiles or warp back. With a Mazmoon 5 in hand, Life 2, and 2 Sage Red Wizards. Shoombabi turns around and that's the best decision he's made. Chance to strike first on the lobster. He's going to take the fight. Wildham's going to the Gurgru volcano, is going to try to light the 4th orb. We're going to do this simultaneously.
Yes, we are.
Who has to do the shopping is the question.
Well, I know Wildham was burning off heal potions when he was killing off Tyros in the desert, and I don't know if you've reloaded since then. I don't quite remember.
I missed it too. We have not hit the hour mark yet. What a competitive match this is, Will. We were right. We picked the right one.
Yes, we did.
Beautiful
The right
spring evening.
I think the right one picked us. I think it was just serendipity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I had a conversation with Wildham. Wildham expressed his excitement to have the Wills call this match. He said it was an honor, and
More than
that's not the way. That's not the way it works. This is our honor. So thank you, Wildham, for that. 2 ribbons for shoombabi in the bank. Could make a difference later. Will that revisit? We still are not at the hour mark, but Wildham is tearing through the Gurgru volcano on his way to carry.
Yeah, he's got the right idea with the chests. What chests? I don't know anything about chests. Let's go kill fiends.
There's a good old friend with you there in the chat, Will. That's a winner
Indeed.
right there.
This is someone who was there for my shining moment in FFR history.
Darn right.
When I crossed the finish line on my solo thief run. Terralyn, how are you this evening?
Good to see you. We saw Terralyn last night as well. Thank you for joining us. Meanwhile, Wildham about to pull the fight with Carrie. shoombabi about to pull the fight with Kraken. It's simultaneous fiend fights for the 4th orb.
This is amazing.
We are under an hour. We're not going to talk about if you feel ahead or behind. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
You have to go. You
Fighter
have to
versus
grab
black
it.
belt. That's all we got going right now. Fighter versus black belt.
Blizzard from Carrie. shoombabi saw that earlier. It's Ice Elemental just slowing Wildham down. Brack from shoombabi. shoombabi's through first. Broken into pieces. Level 25 for most of shoombabi's warriors. shoombabi has his 4th orb. Wildham is about to light his 4th orb. Within 3 seconds of each other. shoombabi's on his way to the airship. Wildham is in the airship. Wildham's going shopping. shoombabi's taking a fight outside of Onrak.
shoombabi, what is you doing?
Wildham doing shopping. Steel armor. No, it's the silver bracelets. The shoombabi have to do some fighting. We are seconds away from the 1 hour mark, fans. I don't know if you're live with us here on Twitch. Maybe you're watching later on YouTube, but this is great. shoombabi's going to turn the crystal in.
Okay. How about a bonk? How about a bonk?
It's the TNT. It's a fetch quest.
What do you do?
Wildham's in Canaria. Who wants this match more? Wildham needs heal pots.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy?
Wildhat's shoombabi's gonna turn into TNT.
Okay. You know what? Why these? Why these? Opal? Okay. No.
Oh. Wildham.
Yeah, that's the adamant, sir. That's what you're gonna get from Narek.
Wildham is leaving Canaria and not headed towards the Temple of Fiends. He's going shopping.
Oh. And there's the adamant as predicted, and that's going to lead us to the bonk. I'm almost certain. shoombabi, what are you doing, sir?
Oh, God. This temper.
Groggy makes a very valid point, something that I have definitely felt, and that is that Fast and Lefane is brutal. It is very brutal. Here's bonk.
Wildham is out. Wildham's on his way to the Temple of Fiends.
shoombabi has sacrificed his lead for a bonk.
Wildham is in the Temple of Fiends. We're going to call it 101.
101-20.
101 for Wildham.
And shoombabi's still futzing around with his equipment. He needs to go now. What?
shoombabi's going night shopping. Wildham has taken over this match. Runs into some gas dragons. There is a wild card here, fans. We've talked about it a few times. There's an Aegis Shield pickup for shoombabi as he continues to check chests in go mode with 4 orbs.
Just drop it. Just drop it. No one else can equip it. Just drop it. Stop thinking.
Hold on.
Just do.
Are you...
I have no idea.
You froze?
I didn't freeze. Both streams froze.
Okay, we're good. Okay, we're back. Sorry, fans. We know this is an intense time. Wildham's timer is not on. Wildham's timer is not running.
Wildham is frozen.
Will, I'm gonna go to the room. Okay, don't go.
And we're
No,
back.
I'm not. No, I'm not. We're back.
All right, Shoombabi, are you going to finally do the thing? Or are you going to shop?
This
Nope,
is
he's gonna
now Wildham's match to win.
Or lose at this point. He's
Okay.
bear in mind, Wildham has exactly 0 ribbons.
Ah!
Yep. Low PTSD there. Yeah, can't imagine why.
The wild card before our potential blip fans is the possession of ribbons. There are spells out there, Earth Elemental Crack, full AoE, there's Zap Time Elemental that can absolutely throttle you. There are these jerks that can get you too.
Now, here's the thing. He doesn't have a black belt with it's not a high enough level at 33 to feel really confident that your melee character, your tank, is going to be able to survive insta-death spells. You want to get it up to 42 for that.
Shoombabi has entered the Temple of Fiends now, and the Temple of Fiends revisited. 1 hour, 3 minutes and a half. What's the time, Groggy? 2 minutes difference? About 2 minutes?
Seems about
Yeah,
right.
just about 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, we predicted that, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Called it from the beginning. It didn't
exactly.
happen like we thought it was going to happen, but
No. We thought they were going to have similar routing,
Right.
and they diverged quite a bit. Shoombabi, man after my own heart, checking the validation chests. I mean, you've checked enough already, and there's Excal -4. Oh, my heart leapt up for a second, thinking this is going to be a good sword. No, it is not. But he's got Moss of 5. You want that in the
Wildham
melee
now
cast. You want that in the melee's hands.
on the fire floor, about to take on Carry 2. Shoombabi closing in on the earth floor, about 2 floors behind. The black belt goes to the bottom for Wildham as he begins to heal.
Their levels are pretty close to even as well.
A lot of healing for Wildham. Here we go, Carry 2. Few tempers being lined up from Wildham, the great developer. 4 hits for 368. There's an attack from the black belt. 8 hits for 519.
Oh.
Carry 2 is gone already. Shoombabi hits the earth floor. Shoombabi's right now 1 minute, 1 floor behind, but Wildham re-extends his lead to about a floor and a half. He's on the sea floor.
Yeah, Shoombabi at this point, after sacrificing the lead for checking chests, his advantage now has to be a tough Topher. If Topher is not tough, if Kraken 2, Tiamat 2, and Chaos are cream puffs, if they're nothing, Wildham wins this, hands down. There's no debate.
Kraken 2 for Wildham, Lich 2 for Shoombabi. We'll focus on the right side of the screen. Temper goes off into the black belt. 8 hits for full 45 from Wildham. Wildham gets a break with Ice 2 from Kraken. There's an attack from the Masmoon for 386. There's a nuke into Lich 2. Lich 2's gone. Another nuke from Wildham into Kraken 2. Does not finish it off. He moves on to round 2. Shoombabi heals. Kraken takes out one of the red mages.
Not a problem.
Not a problem for Wildham, though. He's got life 2 and the other Sage classed red mage. Shoombabi trying to close the gap. Once again, he's 1 floor behind, but no, Wildham says no, I'm going back to a floor and a half. Wildham closing in on Tiamat. Tiamat 2 as he gets ambushed by a bunch of stupid airs.
Hate airs.
I know, me too. I can't stand them.
I'm glad that they're the only runnable elemental, but it still sucks getting in fights with them.
Carry 2 for Shoombabi. Tiamat 2 coming up for Wildham. We are only at 1 hour and 6 minutes. It's only 66 minutes into this match.
Blazing fast race. All right. Well, Shoombabi is still about a floor and 3/4 behind, and Tia
Tiamat-
doesn't look to be showing too much resistance on the absorb side. So
Yeah.
I think we're kind of counting on Chaos to make this a race.
Wildham might one round it. Nope.
Nope.
Close though.
Probably almost. I imagine this nuke or the next hit.
Tiamat 2.
Oh.
Still standing.
There it
Tiamat
is.
2 has been terminated by Wildham. Shoombabi continues to close the gap. 1 fiend fight behind. Make it 2. Wildham is there. It's the shrine.
Here we are.
No encounters on this floor. Wildham's game to win.
Let's see how Chaos pays Wildham gratitude for visiting his lair, and we'll call this.
Inferno came out from Kraken 2, took out shoombabi's Black Wizard, but right now, fans, the right side of your screen, it's Wildham trying to win this match. Tempers are lined up in the black belt. Chaos gets initiative, fires Elemental Fire 3. Wildham starts to temper the black belt and fires a ruse into red 2. Red 2 yields the +5 Masmoon. There's the black belt with a punch. 4 hits, only 137. That indicates absorbed or missed critical hits. We're moving on to round 2 for Wildham. Is there an instant death AoE? Ooh, there's the black belt. 5 hits for 473. But Chaos attacks the black belt. That's only 279. How will Wildham adjust? Is this a Cure 4 type of scenario as he gets up more tempers into round 3? Bane from Kraken misses shoombabi. Cure 4 into the black belt is what Wildham's idea is. 439.
This is
Chaos
looking really
takes
good right
out.
now. This is looking very, very good for Wildham.
Chaos takes out the black wizard. More tempers coming off. Is this the final blow coming from Wildham? The black belt. 7 hits, 1,000 damage is not enough. Stop comes out here. Oh! Wildham is paralyzed. He's stun locked, dizzy, spinning endlessly. He's lost now. Red 5. He's gonna get the Cure 4 and get the black belt back up. He does it. There's a nuke from Chaos. Chaos is down to 1. He's down to 1 warrior, and the black belt does it. 696.
Wow. Ladies and gents.
Wow.
Ladies and gents, this is the race we wanted to call.
Wow. Wow. You know, you thought he had it in the bag, Will. We thought he did. Wow. Congratulations. Look at the crowd going crazy. GG, congratulations. They're all over the place for the great developer Wildham.
And with a finishing time of 1:08:57 on racetime.gg, Wildham, congratulations, GG, sir. You stayed the course, you survived the worst, and you came out on top.
shoombabi going to try to finish this out at this point, but a great game. We are sending out the invite right now to Wildham to see if we can get in here and chit-chat about this great match we had. Well, this was well done by both players. There's Radioactive from Tiamat 2. shoombabi's down to the Knight and the Red 2. That Red 2's got to survive here.
Indeed.
Has to.
Looks okay now, though. I think that will do it. Yep. And now shoombabi gets to sharpen his Masa +5 on Chaos's hide. I think with these 2 ribbons, he'll have a lot less of a problem with Chaos.
shoombabi, of course, he gets ambushed by Ayers. It must have been on the same encounter table. Actually, didn't really even get a chance to take a look at that. This was fast. This was furious action. And shoombabi's going to try to finish this. This is a great time. Might be shoombabi's best time that he's had.
It's unfortunate for him that Wildham had just a tiny little bit better of a time. We're going to go ahead and watch the end of this.
shoombabi, Chaos to finish out what was a great match here in the Medusa pod. Ruse coming out. He's going to play defensively. Don't get to a power gun. Nope, he's going to start over. Invis 2, trying to raise that evasion. Power Gauntlet to make weapons stronger. Increase accuracy as well. There, that is right there. Casts his saber in battle. He went out of his way for it. Might as well use it.
That's right.
Temper gets off into the night. And evasion stacks. Chaos, we know, has Fire 3, and we know Stop is in there as well. It almost ruined Wildham's entire game.
Yep. If that red mage hadn't come back when it did, it couldn't have cast Cure 4, and that black belt would have probably been done for.
Yeah, it's a good example of how if you cast Cure 4 in battle, it cures not only certainly all your HP pool, but it also
Cures any statuses you've got.
I believe other than Stone and Death, of course.
Well, yes, naturally.
Yep. Lock 2 for shoombabi. That's set to auto hit in this design. Chaos goes after Red 1, knocks Red 1 down to 99 hit points. There's the stop that crippled Wildham, almost cost him.
It hits no one.
Yeah. Nuke from shoombabi after a Mazmoon strike. Back-to-back nukes from shoombabi. How about another one? Eat this, Chaos, for a $1.90. Move on to another round.
Eat hot microwave.
236. Red 1's gone. Chaos was after Red 1 the entire time. A Mazmoon swing. 338, not enough.
And will this be? Yes, it will.
GG's, and congratulations, shoombabi. Both players are milling around outside talking and telling stories, it looks like. We'll get him in here, buddy.
Let's do that. GG Wildham, GG shoombabi. Fantastic race. It was a blessing to be able to call this. Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing comms.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to let Will ask the first question here, and I think I know what he's going to ask, but go ahead.
First off, GG's, congratulations. This match was absolutely outstanding. It's a jet seed, what you would call it. You both made great moves. I loved the plays and everything that you did. The times were outstanding. They were great. I want to start with our winner, wildham0. Great to meet you finally after a long time. It's been a pleasure, and it's my honor to call your match. Thank you. The Chaos fight, and in the entire Temple of Fiends Revisited, you went in there without ribbons. You were just going to smash it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they had something bad, I was a goner, but I was hoping that I could just punch through and get by.
When the stop hit you and paralyzed your 3 warriors, and you got a call out of me that I haven't made in 2 years of dizzy, spinning endlessly, which is something you don't ever want to hear me say about you. How did you feel, and what happened?
When it first hit, I was panicked, but as soon as one of my red mage woke up, he woke up for the first turn, so I knew that I had to cast Cure 4 and hope it would have it passed. And it did.
Congratulations. Will has a few questions for shoombabi. Go ahead, Will.
So shoombabi, my first question is probably the most obvious one here, and that is, at the end of this race, or toward the end prior to going into TOF, what were you looking for in the chests you were opening?
I wanted a better, armor, and possibly the 3rd ribbon, and definitely a defense. Any one of those 3 would have made me much more comfortable going in, and they were a couple of free checks that I didn't think would take too much off my time, but apparently in a race of 210 seconds or so, it's enough.
Yeah, that's all it took. You did pull a ribbon out of well, to be polite, a hat, in that Sea Shrine check, and we were both saying, what's he doing? Why is he going up for this one chest? And boom, there it was. So after that, we thought, okay, the only thing he might want now, if anything, is a little bit better armor than he's got. But if he's got, the best defense is a good offense at this point. So he'll probably just go from here. But we saw you checking. So
yeah, I think ultimately I really wanted that defense sword so I can get my both red mages casting temper, and then I wouldn't have to go through the power bonk.
I can't begrudge you that. It's my favorite sword as well. So. Well, Will, I don't know if you had any other questions for either of these 2 runners at this time.
I do. shoombabi, it's been great getting to know you as well the last couple days. You took some players to school on this one, my friend. Played very well. Excellent time. Loved the moves early. You had a 2-orb lead over your opponent. You continued that in a 3-1 orb lead. You played very, very well if you watch it back, which I certainly hope you do. I hope you enjoy the show, number 1. And number 2, maybe you probably learn a few things, and as you continue to grow here from your previous Duck Derby experience. I wanted to ask you what your favorite video game was growing up, and why.
Oh, how young am I going on this one? Definitely Final Fantasy made an impact, which is why I'm here. But when I think back, including my teenage years, Star Ocean 2 is probably my favorite.
What?
Star Ocean 2.
Oh my, I do not know that one. Give me a little bit about that, will you?
It's party-based RPG, very different style battle system, very active, and it just has so many branching paths and stories that you can complete the game with completely different parties each time. It was a breakthrough to me. It was what Final Fantasy VI did to the Final Fantasy series, and then some.
Wildham, congratulations. You're of course, both in the Medusa pod. You move now to 1-1.
Yep.
A little bit better than last year.
Well, at least I got one victory last year too, so I'm hoping to get at least another one, and then that will be better than last year.
Looking ahead for your pod, we'll talk about that real quick. We've got a match tomorrow. It's Rojo against Papa Foy's. It's 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be right here in the Speed Gaming family of networks. I can only expect both of you two will turn in. Wildham, you're back in action Friday, about 2 days from now, 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's also going to be right here in the Speed Gaming family of networks. You're going to take on Papa Foy's, one of the OGs of Final Fantasy Randomizer, in your third match to try to get to 2-1 and qualify for that round of 64. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's see. When's your next match? shoombabi, is it Tuesday? Yep.
I believe I still have it for Tuesday, yes.
Yeah, at this point in time, there might be a schedule change, but it looks like it's going to be Tuesday, April 20th. That will be against the OG himself, Papa Foy's, as well. We're not sure about TV on that one. It's a little bit on the ways out, so we look forward to seeing you both again. We're going to go ahead and move on to final thoughts and close out this stream here. We'd like to thank the fans of Speed Gaming, certainly the fans of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Great show from two younger players, gaining a lot of experience. I saw a lot of growing up today, Will.
Mm-hmm. Well, Wildham's been working behind the scenes. He's been working with the guts of this game enough to have the knowledge of how everything kind of comes together. He started playing, and you immediately saw the impact that had. He started winning races and finishing very highly among some of the more established top runners in the game. shoombabi is showing a lot of promise. Keeping up that well with Wildham means that the growth curve, I think, is going to be exponential. I think we're going to be looking at another duckling to veteran very, very quickly.
Groggy Dog was on the tracking. Groggy Dog, any final thoughts? It was a great match.
Yeah, GG's both runners and GG to comms. Nice work, y'all.
Thank you.
Wildham, our winner. Final thoughts on this match, the game, the weather, moving forward, anything you want.
I just want to say that I'm really happy to be in the Mage pod because it's a very competitive pod, and it's great to have these such great opponents for the start of the tournaments.
Fractions are your friends. shoombabi, final thoughts.
Yeah, this was really fun. I've been stressing it all day, and thought it was going to be a blowout. Thought he was going to absolutely trounce me. He just kind of small trounced me. It's okay. And I'm quite happy with my time here. It's one of my bests on this flag set, and yeah, I'm hoping to keep improving over the next week, and hopefully I'll finish this 1-2 or 2-1.
Good.
Yeah, no trouncing. Yeah.
You should be proud. What this came down to, if Wildham hadn't had his Red Mage come up at the very end there, recovering from the stop spell that hit, your play for the extra ribbons would have actually been the winner. That would have made the difference.
Yeah,
So
That's
yeah,
randomizer for you.
it was your preparation versus his speed, and it just came down to a toss of a coin. So you did as well as you could have done given the RNG that you were given, and that's rando gonna rando. So no one has anything to be ashamed of, and you both have something to be proud of in this fantastic race that you've both run.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you to Groggy Dog. Thank you to Wildham, shoombabi, and the biggest thanks to you, my friend, one half of the wildham0. You are the immortal Will Bloodworth, and thanks for the note this morning so we could get out to the fans, and we did pick a good one. This was a great match. I'm very satisfied with the way it worked out.
It is always an absolute pleasure to call a race with the voice and the other half of Team Illuminati, Mr. Will Cleosis. Thank you again. We are the Illuminati! Thank you for coming
From everyone
out.
in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, we remind you to revive the power of the orbs.
Good night and good luck.